back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover Metalhawk. And here is Metalhawk in Power of the Primes, and he is really, really cool. I am a big fan of the Pretenders, and I'm also a huge fan of the more modern take on these guys. I used to have all the original ones, and Metalhawk was the only one I would say I was never able to acquire. But it's just because he was so rare and obscure. But I do like this version of him. His version's really, really cool. And I'm a big fan of this. I think he turned out really cool, and I like the Power of the Prime stuff. A lot of people kind of really didn't. It was more or less my jam because they're tiny and they're small. And just to kind of give you a comparison, here he is with Bugley. I think he looks good with Bugley. And here he is with one of his wave mates. And they look good together. I think they do. But, you know, not too terrible. The gimmicks with this guy is he would actually be able to turn into a gun. So you flip this out, and then flip this down for any 5mm port. So you have this huge gun mode. And if you had, like I said, I got like my Great Robot base and stuff like that I did reviews of. I actually use these to just plug directly in, and it gives you a huge laser cannon, which is cool, and it kind of turns into almost a Diaclone power suit, and that's what I really like about these guys. They remind me of the Diaclone power suits. They just do. It's got a little arm articulation here. That's all he's got, just like the original power suits from Diaclone. It's kind of funny. I really am just into those. Here will pop open to reveal the little guy on the inside. And I consider this guy here Metalhawk. I really wished this was all done in gold, which would have been cool, but that's okay. He's got a really, really interesting aesthetic here. But to be honest, I like the fact that it's like, look, I got two action figures in one. I'm into this. I've always been into this. I like things that have multiple uses. When you turn him into his gun mode, this guy here can actually turn into like a power-up block, because he's got this weird kind of constellation thing here on the back. And his articulation is pretty much that. He can sit down. And he's got these little ball-jointed arms. And then he's got a little ball-jointed head. Because these guys can become headmasters as well if you wanted them to. And it flips up like this. You know, there's two little ports, and he plugs in just like so. Then he becomes a kind of an engine block. I always like doing this though with him, so that way you can use him as, you know, this is like a gunner seat or something instead, which would make better sense, especially since you're able to do so many different things with these. You can literally set this on any kind of thing, and this could literally be a gun turret, which I'm into that. I think it's amazing. I'm really into this type of style of toy. But yeah, he's really, really neat. I do like him a lot. He's got such a simple transformation. Just do it with one hand, and I'm not against that. I really like simple transformations of things. I'm not really into the high, insane transformations. It's just, I don't find joy in it. I just don't. Plus the price point for these guys was really cheap, and I loved that about these. They're small, and they actually fit in really well with little Diaclone guys. Actually scale very well with these guys. I'm so into this. It's just kind of crazy. You can, if you happen to have a Diaclone guy, attempt to fit it in here. It's not the easiest thing to do because the feet stick out so far. And I don't know if I can actually, I'm going to try this. I haven't tried this yet. I wonder if I can just set him down and set him in the cavity in the back. Which would be really cool if I could. Ooh, he does fit in the cavity. I can't close it all the way though. Such a letdown. And this bar piece here, maybe because it's part of the sculpting, so it's not like you can really do anything about it. Would have been cool if the bar piece wasn't in the way, because then you'd actually be able to fit a Diaclone driver completely in them. That's something I really kind of wish these did, because if I was able to do that, that would be like the neatest thing ever. I mean, I can kind of fudge it closed. It's still slightly open, but you can kind of fit a Diaclone driver in there if you wanted to. I mean, he's not going to be able to see through the top part, because he's obviously kind of sitting down too low. But I mean, if you wanted to just do for diorama's sake, you could take a Diaclone driver and just kind of stand him in here, which would work. I mean, it doesn't look like it's too far off, which I'm not against. I think it's cool. Anyway, let's get him out of there. And this right here actually does pop off. You can pull these off, which is great. And then it's got a little post here, so you can put this in his hand, so he's now got an arm cannon. Which is cool. I like this. I love when toys have this ability just to kind of just quickly switch something. Because the whole point of a toy is to have fun with it, and for you to be able to go from one thing to the other and not feel like it's a cumbersome mess and take 2.5 hours to try to figure out what to do. But anyway, this has been Plascon. This has been a quick look at Metalhawk, and I will give you guys a new run on, well, I got more coming your guys' way. Like, share, subscribe, and all that. I'll see you around. Bye!